extra nice to the extra good audience because it's so hard to do this. Please, everyone, give it up for Peter Hurd-Watler.
Yeah, Peter.
I hate olives on pizza. Not because I don't like the taste. I just refuse to touch anything that's black. Let alone get something that's black into my mouth. I know a lot of people shit on Edmonton, both literally and figuratively, but it's actually a pretty decent city. You know, they got the brand new Rogers Stadium. Meanwhile, we got the crumbling Saddle Dome and Mayor Jody Gondik. Mayor Jody Gondik has a really interesting last name when you consider her only child is transgender. Mayor Gondik, if you're hiding in the audience watching this, please don't be a dick and raise my property taxes again. The number one problem I have with Pride Month is no one can give me a straight answer onto how many letters are in the acronym. After weeks of research, I finally found the full version. It's too long for me to memorize. You know, in 10 years, I'm gonna need a whole book instead of one sheet of paper. So here it is from the Government of Canada website. 2S LGBTQIA+. When I went to school, we had to memorize the first 9 digits of pi, whereas children these days have to memorize the first 9 digits of that acronym. And just like pi, it continues for infinitum, and no one can agree upon when it finally ends. I'm a digital nomad. I've traveled to over 60 different countries, which is almost as many countries visited by the US military. I was in Finland, and I was expecting to see all these hot, beautiful blonde women, but you know, this one girl I came across, she had so much metal on her face, I thought she was an invading Russian tank. I was in this hotel in Colombia, and there was a door hanger that said, "Por favor, no molestar," and I'm thinking, what does that mean? Like, are this hotel staff gonna come in and molest me? What if I wanna be molested? Does that mean I just keep it to myself? I asked my Mexican friend, he said, "Actually, Peter, it's so you don't molest them." I was at this restaurant in Mexico City, and I really had to use the toilet. Full disclosure, it wasn't because of the food. I just drank a lot. So I go to the bathroom, and there's no indication which is men, which is woman. There's just a door that has H and a door that has M. So I'm thinking H&M. Well, this definitely isn't the clothing store. So I'm like, okay, well, in English, M, it stands for male, and Mexico has this macho culture, so H must stand for hose. So I go into the M, and that was the wrong one. So later in the night, it was my friend's birthday, and we're like, all right, Alberto, where do you want to go for your birthday? He said, oh, let's go to the gay bar. And I'm like, all right, well, I didn't know you rolled that way, but hey, it's your birthday, we'll go anywhere. He's like, no, Peter, there will be so many women there. We will be like the cock in the desert. And I'm like, what are you talking about? If I want a steak, the last place I'm gonna go is a vegan convention. So we get to the gay bar, and I'm like, all right, guys, we either need to find the woman or drink until all these men turn into women. I think some of them have already begun their transformation. So we walk upstairs to the roof where the bar is, and there's this sign that says, El futuro no tiene género. And for those of you that didn't jump the border illegally, that means the future has no gender. So we go to the bar and we order a drink, and the bartender whips out these queer mojitos with raspberries, and it's pink. And I'm like, man, the only thing that can make these drinks more homosexual is if the straws were shaped like penises. But the drinks were actually pretty good, except for the dick-shaped ice cubes I swallowed. So anyways, we go back downstairs, and there's a drag queen strip show. And I'm thinking, drag queen strip show? What is this, an elementary school library? So I run away to the bathroom, and this woman's like, no, hombres arriba. I'm like, what do you mean this is a woman's only bathroom? What happened to El futuro no tiene género? You know, it should be gender neutral. So I go upstairs to the men's bathroom, and I'm taking a piss, and I look to my left, and there's a full mirror, and I'm like, man, somebody could use that mirror to start staring at my dick. And then I look to the right, and there is a guy staring at my dick. He looks straight into the sole of my dick hole and starts masturbating, and I'm like, por favor, no molestar. I'm Peter Hurd-Watler. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.